Hello. Good morning, everyone. So, so today I'm going to show you the experiment number 11 explanation. So before that, we'll see the problem statement. The problem statement here is the download any dataset from SQL and perform the data modeling. And we are also supposed to create a basic dashboard using Tableau and PowerBI. So the objectives behind the experiment is to retrieve the data from SQL database and transform it into into a usable format for analysis and visualization. And second thing is to organize and clean the dataset by creating relationships and structure it for seamless integration into analytical tools. Third thing is by using Tableau and Power BI to design visualizations such as bar charts, line charts, and KPI metrics to highlight trends and patterns in the data. And fourth thing is to combine visualization and into an interactive dashboard, enabling dynamic filtering and drill down capabilities for actionable insights. So let's see one simple exercise which you can do with this experiment. So I'll show you one simple exercise, and you can later on do with the different examples. So first thing what you need to do is you have to go to the command prompt. Okay, and then so this is my command prompt over here, and after that we have to just type in mysql minus u root hyphen p. Okay, so then um, if you have installed mysql. Okay, so once you have installed MySQL, then only you will be able to do this. Otherwise, what you need to do is you have to first do the installation of MySQL. Okay, and at that point of time, you are supposed to give the password. Okay, generate the password. So along with the username, the username is generally the local host or 127.0.0.1. Okay, and the port number is 3306. So these are the things which you should remember. Okay, so while doing the installation, you will be seeing that. Okay, the local host is nothing but username, and the port number is 3306, and the password, whatever the password you have given, the same password. Okay, you'll have to give it over here. So I'm giving my password, whatever the password I have given in that MySQL, and then you can see that now the in the command prompt from this you get the MySQL. Now I can if I want to know how many databases are there, so you have to just type show databases. Okay, and then type in that. So you can see that you have created I have created database. Okay, so already created database over here. If you want to create a new database, you can do that by creating the database. So create database. Okay, so in this way you can see that I have created new database, and if I see show databases, then you can see that one more database has been added. Okay, but I have already created some tables in my previous database. That is Aditya is the database which you can see here. So what I'll be doing, use Aditya is nothing but the database which I had already created. Then put semicolon. You have to remember that you have to end this with the semicolon. So database change. Now if I want to see the tables under that, we have to write show tables, and you can see that already I have created two tables over here. Okay, so if I want to create one more table, now I can say create tables. Okay, order 2. Okay, then you can create like something like order underscore id. Okay, now normally the id is like you can keep it as a primary key, so I'm keeping this as a primary key. Okay, then customer id, which I'll keep it int, and int is nothing but the data type. Now order id is also data type. Customer id is also a data type of int. Order id also of data type int. But order id is nothing but the primary key which you are keeping. And all these values, okay, what I am keeping is that not null value. Now why am I keeping not null? Because I have the some value has to be added to them. So I'm not I'm mentioning the not null value in that. Okay, so then I can mention product underscore id int not null. Then I'm adding quantity int not null. Then I'm writing total underscore price, decimal. So decimal value, for that I'm for decimal we should mention it as 10. Okay, and 2 is nothing but the how much decimal points after the point, how many value of the you are just going to give. If it is like 23.56, so 0.56 is equal to 2.2 2 digits after the decimal point. Okay, so that is why I'm giving 2 there. So this is also not null. Then order underscore date. So this also I'm giving it as a date, and this is also not null. And then again the region varchar. So region is not something like integer value or something. Now you can see that for total price I have mentioned price is nothing but the normally the in terms of rupees or dollars or something. So whatever we are doing dealing, it is nothing but the decimal value is there. So it is a double value you can keep. Whereas for the date also I have not kept it as any integer, because date is nothing but it should be mentioned in the YYYMMDD. So in that range we have to express. So that is why the data type is date. So in the same way, region is also in the of the data by varchar. So because we in the region we can mention even a variable also. So some addresses can be a variable. Some numbers also can be along with the characters. So this also I'm keeping it as not null. Okay, and then I'm just closing this. Okay, now you can see that for a OK, which shows that your table has been created. Now we have to insert the value. So while inserting the value, we have to be very careful, because whatever the data types we have created, based on that only you have to do that. So insert into orders to. Okay, so I have to first mention what are the variables I have mentioned earlier while creating the table. So order underscore id, then the customer underscore id, then product underscore id, then the quantity, then the total underscore price. Okay, then order underscore date, then the region. Okay, so these things you have to enter. So along with the, so I am mentioning values. So what are all values? So first is the order underscore id. So one I'm mentioning. So any customer ID you can give 1020. Product ID you can give it as something like 222. And then quantity, how much quantity? I can give it quantity as 5. So total price, I can give it 500 dot 25. Then this is nothing but the total price. Order date, I can give it as 2025. Okay, so YYY, okay, and DD. Okay, so this is nothing but the order date and the region. So I can give this region as North region. Okay, same way you do it for the, you can give some other values also like 20, 20, 333, 7, 401 dot 25, 2025 hyphen 1 hyphen 11. So this I can give it as South. Then 3 I can give it as 2023. So this is just a demo value, nothing specific. I just for the demonstration I just mentioning this. So when ensure that the primary key, the each value there should not be any duplicates. You cannot repeat the order ID, order square ID, which is nothing but primary key. You cannot duplicate that value. So we cannot, in next row cannot be again. You cannot report the number 1. So you have to here, which you can see here. So 3, it has to be different. So every time you cannot repeat the same number, especially in the or order underscore ID. So this I'll give it as East, and this one more value. So 2025, 178, 10, 235.46. So, so if I don't have to add any values, so I just have to make it put the, okay, semicolon. I think I have missed out the colon there. So I think you can see that there is an error. Now, why this error? So this error is because I have done one mistake over here. That is, I have to put a comma over here. So this is the mistake which I have done. Okay, so we can, I'll, now you can see that, okay, 4 rows has been affected and 4 rows has been added. So there are 4 records. Now if I want to check for the number of values that are being added, so you can just select star from, okay, orders to. So you can see that there are this is nothing but the values that I have created, inserted the values. Now if you see that show uh, the values, so show tables. If I put show tables, you can see, so already I had created a table that is orders. So in that you can see that I have already added like 100 rows. So this, if the table size is more, if 100 values are already being added, then it will be easier for the data visualization. So like that, what you need to do is you have to add as much as value you want, okay, and while creating a table you add as much value for you want for the table, and for the visualization you can you have to show the same thing, okay. So same thing with the multiple values, like 100 values in the table, like that. Now you can see that I'll just use select star from orders. Okay. Now you can see that already there are 100 values which I have already added. Okay. So this is something which you can see. Now, now I have this table ready. Okay. The database is nothing but the orders. Sorry, table's name is the orders. The database name is nothing but Aditya, which you can see here. Now what I need to do is you have tables, everything ready. Now you need to go to the as per the experiment which you can see here. You need to create a basic dashboard using Tableau and Power BI. So first what you'll be doing is that we'll go to the Tableau. Okay. So you need to remember this, you need to have a Tableau, which is a enterprise edition. So cannot, this will not work with the public desktop. So if you are using public desktop, so your exercise will not work. So you need to see that, now this is my trial version. Okay. So I'm just continue try. Now you see that in the public desktop, you won't be getting it, the server, MySQL server. So, so that is one difference which you can see in the public desktop. So since I'm using the enterprise, which is nothing but the trial version. So I'll be selecting this. So once you click on this MySQL, you see that, okay, you get this. So in general, you see the server. In the server, okay, this is nothing but the local host colon the port number. Now, while installation, we'll see this 336. So initially, these things will not be there. Now, since I already fed this already, so you also need to remember if local host does not work, then you need to mention 127.0.0.1 colon the port number. Okay, port anyway I said 336. Database is nothing but Aditya. So because you are going to retrieve the value, okay, from the database named Aditya here. So you can create your own name, database name. So here I have created the and username is nothing but the root, and password is nothing but. Now with this, your, okay, the you get into the MySQL. Now I will be using the table that is orders. Okay, update automatically. You can see that once I click on update automatically, you have this the values from the MySQL which is already there. Now go to the worksheet. Okay. Now when you come to the worksheet, you have to do the visualization task. Okay. From the tables which you have already created in MySQL. Okay. So first thing, see, you can do any type of visualization you want to. So what I will be doing here is, so first thing that I'll be mentioning over here is the total sales per region. Okay, so total sales per region. So for that, what I'll be doing here is I'll be dragging this region in the columns. Okay, so you can also put it in rows, not an issue. But main thing what is how you are going to visualize, how you are going to project the data. Okay, so region, and in the rows region, I'll be mentioning the count of orders. So what we exactly want is, what is the sales, okay, by region. So there are four regions: east, north, south, west. You can see that these are the four region, uh, aspects which you are mentioning, the regions which are there, and how many number of orders are there in each region. So this is what you need to see. In east, how many orders are there? In north, how many orders are there? In west, how many orders are there? See, if I want, I can just show it in this way. You can see that, okay, you can get the bar graph in another way. So like this, you can see that the way you want to see the data, okay, that way you can do this. Now this is the first question. Now second visualization is nothing but the total sales over time. Okay, so for total sales over a period of time, so what you can do is, again, you can take another sheet. See, this I can give some name. So I'll give the name as okay, total sales by region. Okay, so this another, you can just give it as total sales over time. Now when I do this total sales over time, so you can drag the two aspects. So order date. So over time, when I'm saying time, so time of the order. So that is order date. Okay. So this you can just any in quarterly you can show, or you can show in monthly basis. So it is up to you how you would like to, okay, visualize the data. Okay. And second thing is the number of orders again. So when I'm saying total sales, so sales is how much orders you can see. See, when I'm saying month, it will show one way, days it will show in another way. So whichever way you would like to see, in that way you can see. So I would say that now let me see in terms of month. So in terms of months, it will show in one way. Okay. If you see quarters, you see only two quarters. So month will have a see in days, you can get more uh, projections. So you can say again in months, you can say in this over a period of 4 months, this is the projection. You can see that. Now you can now the third aspect is the top 10 customers by total sales. Okay, so what you can do is you can I'll just mention top customers. Okay, so here I can mention that um, order date and count orders. Okay, now just I can sorry. Um, so top bottom is the customer ID, and then you have the order count. Now you can see that we can see there are different customer IDs: 1002, 1004, 106. So in that, which is the top customer? You can see that 1014 is the top customer. Okay. Okay. So this is the because the number of orders from the 1014 is high when compared with the other customers. So this is something you can see the three type of projections which you have seen. Now what we need to do is we need to also create a new dashboard. Now this dashboard for that you just click on what kind of projections you have done. Okay, and then based on the we can you can also use a filtering, like if to check, okay, to do the analysis. Now, for example, if I am putting the filter over here, now if I say 1014, it will give me the projection of the particular customer ID. Okay, so how much sales over time, how much that customer ID in which region. So, so like that. So, uh, if I want to show it another projection, like you can see that. Okay, now if I click on West, it'll show the how much sales it has happened in the West region. Okay, of particular customers. How much it has happened in South region. You can see that when I say South, so same how much sales has happened. Okay, and these are of which regions. So if I say, when I say North, so there are different customer ID. East, you can see there are different. See, it is not repeating. So you can see that there are different customer ID. See, 1004 is of East. You don't find the same thing North or South or West region. You can see that. Okay, so you can just do the projection as needed, and so this is about the, okay, dashboard in the tab. Now, what you need to do is, um, you can save this, and now I'll just go to the Power BI part. How you are going to do the projections in Power BI. So I'm just going to click on this Power BI. So this is a free version, which you get it. So you have to install that free version of Power BI, and then okay, you get this dashboard. So what you need to do is, first thing is, you need to click on this Get Data, because if you see SQL Server, it is nothing but the Microsoft SQL, not the MySQL. So you need to just go to the click on the, okay, the data source. So you have to choose here MySQL database. Once you click on MySQL database, then again you will be clicking the connect. Now, what is the server name? So local host colon, so which I said 3306. Database is nothing but my that database name Aditya, which I do. Click on OK. Now you see that this is the database and this is the table. Okay. Now, once this is done, okay, okay. Now you have to just load the data. Now you see that this table has been loaded. So let me just do one thing. Now I'll first delete the model which already I have created, because that might create confusion too. So I'll just have to do the blank report initially. Uh, so now what I'll be showing you is, see, let me do it once again, where more, and then import from the MySQL, then connect, give the server name as localhost colon 3306, and this is nothing but the database name. And here you can see that the moment you do this, you see this over here. Just double click on that, and then you can see that you have to just go to the load. Now you have to observe that. See, in the data, the database along with the table is being loaded for and that too with 100 values, 100 rows. So these are nothing but the, okay, you can say customer ID, order underscore date. So what you need to do is, with these attributes, you have to drag and drop into the Power BI dashboard. So whatever you have done in the Tableau, okay, same thing. Okay, you can just do. So first thing is the region. So dragging the region. So region is nothing but east, north, south, west, which you had seen. And second thing is the orders. So just drag and drop the orders over here. Okay. So you can see that how much orders that has been taken place in that region. So then you can choose a chart. Okay. Whatever chart. So I'm choosing this particular chart, and then you can see the projections. Okay, for that region, how much orders has taken place. Same thing we can do it for, okay, the next aspect, the number of orders. So and just drag and drop these orders, and the next is like that is total sales over a period of time. So for total sales over a period of time, this is but the I have to use the particular customer ID, that whatever the order that has taken place over a period of time, that is, now you can see, since I have usually only 1 year, so I have to just see that in terms of different aspect. So quarters I can see, in monthly I can see it, okay, or you can see the day wise, you can see, so different projections you can see it. Okay, so you can just drill down, or you can say drill up. This is nothing but drill down further. Okay, you can say you can drill down further and just see that in depth of the data. Okay, so day wise you are just drilling down further. Same way you can do it for like top 10 customers, which I already explained you. So again you can mention the customer ID, okay, and then the count the number of orders. So for counting the number of orders, um, we can mention this, okay. So here also you can uh, use the different type of projections also, number of customer IDs against the order ID, sum of order ID. So this kind of projections you can do it even in the Power BI. Okay. Um, now, so I have shown you one type of uh, the problem statement, and I have shown you the what is that, projections in Tableau as well as in the Power BI. Now, what you can do is that you can do with the different scenarios. So do it with different scenario based, and you can also come up with the your own data visualization. Okay. So if you have any queries, okay, we shall discuss in the class. Yeah. Thank you so much.